As of 11 a.m. yesterday, the President and I were in touch constantly every 20 minutes to assess the situation. He was in a secure facility inside the compound, monitoring every single step. At approximately 2 p.m., while I was at the command center in Camp Crame, he called me and asked me to personally assess the threat level that was going on in Ayala Bridge. The anarchist burned a container truck that was put by the PSG to block the entrance of the Ayala Bridge. Subsequently, at around 3:30, the corner of Mendiola and Ligarda, I think, at 3:30, a crowd of approximately 5,000 converged at that corner. The President's directive very explicitly stated that the PNP shall act with maximum tolerance. And with maximum tolerance, they only had their riot gear and no firearms. I repeat, the approximately 4,000 policemen deployed to contain the rally had no firearms on them, except for the SWAT group that was in the vicinity. The purpose of having no firearms is because when you engage a crowd, the chances of your firearm being pulled from you and being used against you is very high. Having said that, number one, there was no discharge of weapon from any PNP official. I repeat, there was no discharge of weapon. Number two, there was no tear gas used by the PNP. All the soldiers, all the policemen behind had instructions: use maximum tolerance. So they had no tear gas and they had no firearms. Number three, only when the mob were throwing Molotov cocktails did the police push back. That crossed the line. When rocks were thrown, you could shield yourself. But Molotov cocktails crosses the line. That can cause death. Having said that, the police pushed back. Pushing back using maximum tolerance. And one by one, they were apprehending the characters who were throwing rocks, Molotov cocktails, or engaging them physically. After the arrest, after all of that having said and done, the protest subsided at around 5:30 p.m., after which we ascertained that the following happened. There was an arrest of, and we get this straight, 216 individuals, 216, comprising of 127 adults and 89 minors. The minors were characterized as following: 65 were children in conflict with the law, and 24 children at risk. What is the difference? Children in conflict with the law is 15 to 17. Children at risk is 14 and below. Of the 216 that were arrested, we'd also like to report that 95 PNP personnel were wounded. 95. Some of them serious, requiring medical attention. They were brought to the PSG station here in Malacañang and also to the PNP General Hospital for further treatment. Now, I would like to commend the PNP for their performance yesterday. They acted according to law. They acted according to instructions. I would like to debunk the rumors going around that someone died, that there was a death. There were 0 casualties. I repeat, there were 0 casualties. What is spreading around in social media is fake news. There were, however, people who got hurt. None of the protesters were seriously hurt. I repeat, none. By seriously, I mean that they would have to be hospitalized. The police got hurt more than the protesters. And that is something notable to everyone. Nakakaawa po ang mga pulis natin. Binuhusan ng tubig galing sa kanal, binato ng hollow block, binato ng Molotov cocktail, nasusunog sa tabi nila. Pero ganun pa man, walang ginamit na dahas laban sa mga realista. Sayang naman ang efforts ng buong Pilipinas na nagprotesta. The 65 or so thousand that protested and aired their grievances, which the President duly respected their right to do so. Their right to grievance was marred by maybe a group of 1,000 hooligans who wanted nothing but to spread anarchy. The first children in conflict with the law interviewed said that they had intended to burn the palace. They had intended to burn the palace. However, we could not take that at face value because these were children in conflict with the law and we still needed the DSWD to process them. So a full report of their intent will come out in the next few days after the interrogation of all those held. The suspects are all held at the MPD station, where they are undergoing processing. The minors are with the are being interviewed by the DSWD to determine whether they will be tried as adults in the coming months.